Welcome to BS with Tommy and Wes.
Good morning, and welcome to BS with Tommy and Wes. I am Wesley Crane, and I'm here with my heterosexual life mate, Tommy!
Yeah! We are back. We're back, baby. After 4 weeks of not recording together, we did 3 solo episodes. Last week we didn't do anything.
Yeah, no, we didn't drop anything. We didn't feel like it was fair. Like, we did 2 solo episodes because I was battling the flu and was dead.
We did 3, I think, actually.
Yeah,
you did 1 and I did 2.
As the flu was starting to set in, I did the first one.
Yeah.
And then you did the following 2 because I was pretty much face down dead in my couch.
Yeah. Face down, ass up.
Yeah.
It was a whole thing.
It was rough. Wink, wink. But we are back. We didn't drop anything last week because we didn't feel like it was fair, right? We did 3 of them, and we were like, if we do 4, like, might as well do 5, 6, 7. Like, what's the point?
Also, I'm pretty sure I guaranteed that you would be here on the next one, on the last one I did. So,
well, hey, look.
But we didn't leave them with anything, with nothing.
No.
We posted our commercial.
Yes. Our little,
which is hilarious.
Our skit.
It's hilarious.
It is. You get wrecked in the nuts.
Yes. We are terrible actors, by the way. I am trying not to smile the whole time.
Oh, same.
Because we took like 7 takes of that bit.
Yeah. Well, I was also incredibly stoned.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could tell with, me wearing 3D glasses and all, but I was on a totally different level.
Yeah.
Like, I was on a different planet.
Yeah.
As the skit was happening.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
And the bloopers on that are hilarious as well.
Yes.
There will be a blooper reel.
Yeah.
At some point on the membership tiers. I think we had plans to do it, but like have it up when the commercial dropped. But like, just like you said, we've been out with injuries and sickness. So you were sick for like a while.
Yeah.
We also had fucking ice everywhere. That's what stopped us last week.
Yeah.
And then like I've had injuries going on.
Like one thing after another.
Yeah. Literally like the last time you and I recorded together, days later I sprained my ankle. And then days later after that, I got fucking fluid in the knee, and then had my knee swell up.
Yeah.
So we've just been dying.
Been going through it.
We've been going through it.
Before we like really get started about like what we're going to talk about today,
yeah,
I just wanted to give a quick shout out to BS Brigade member Patrick Clark. Thanks for listening, supporting, and being just fucking awesome. If you'd like to hear us mention your name on an episode of BS with Tommy and Wes, then don't forget to visit our website. The link is in the description for the episode. Sign up to be a member of the BS Brigade, either green tier, blue tier, or black tier, and enjoy all sorts of exclusive, uncensored weekly content.
Yeah.
And then maybe I'll be able to talk correctly.
Isn't the green tier free right now?
Right now it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is free.
How long is that lasting for?
I think they got till the end of the week.
Oh, so dude, were we offering 1 week or 2 weeks free?
I don't remember.
If we were offering 1 week's free, this is bad timing, because when this drops, it'll have been a week.
Hey,
but hey,
you know what? Now that you mention it, you said 2 weeks. Let's just go ahead and do it.
Another week free of green tier.
Yes,
but if you want to,
if you sign up now for the green tier, it is free. You'll get a month of the green tier free and get to see all sorts of cool, kooky shit that we do. Tommy, did I tell you that I officially checked out? Like, I've watched Squid Game 2.
Did you?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I love it. I love that we're leaving off on a massive cliffhanger and then we're coming back mid-game. I think that's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I was talking recently. We'll get to it. We'll get to dive a little bit deeper into this here in a minute. We were at the showcase for the Immortal 3.
Yeah.
Phil Noir approached me. And he was like, I love the podcast. I love how you said, no, we're not going to spoil Squid Game season 2. And then you immediately went on to spoil it. So
Phil's a fucking hoot, dude.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I dug it. I like the characters. I love the surprise kills.
Okay.
No
one was safe.
No one was safe.
It had me pissed off at some point too,
dude. No,
there was one in particular I was mad about. It's like, how the fuck?
Yeah, there's one my daughter's pretty mad about too.
Yeah,
that might give it away, but maybe not if you're not into that kind of like, if you don't know who the kids are into these days.
I don't know who the kids are into, so I don't know. Was it Thanos?
It was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, the one that got me was the the chick that was in Thanos' alliance.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like it felt like they were building her up, and then
just gone.
Fatality.
Yeah, man. Squid Game 2, fucking awesome. Looking forward to Squid Game 3.
yeah, this year
It's crazy
the
because
final season.
it's weird because are they gonna? You think they're gonna do spinoffs?
Yeah, 100%.
Because on Netflix it straight says the final season of Squid Game.
Yeah, they'll probably do spinoffs like a Squid Game American or something like that.
Something, right?
Yeah, because there were Americans in season 1. That's
Yeah.
So I think we'll get spinoffs. Yeah. But yeah, what else? So what have we got in store for today? What are we going to talk about today?
Well,
What are the main topics that we're going to hit?
man, I don't think there's a whole lot of main topics.
Okay.
We just wrestled doing the showcase for Immortal 3, just like you had mentioned.
Right.
I wrestled Kari Wright. It was a lot of fun.
You did. I wrestled Matthew Palmer.
Yeah.
A bucket list of mine that I've had for about 2 years now.
Yeah, man. It was a good night.
Yeah. I wrestled at UWE the night before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to wrestle our offspring,
Okay.
Titan and Riley. Teamed with my ultimate rival, Alex Royal. We had a tag team match. We swore we would never wrestle each other again. I didn't say nothing about Tiger.
That is true. That is true.
No, we tore it up, man. I won't go into too many details about, all of it, but that was a fun time.
Hell yeah.
We're going to do episode 1 of Wrestling Survivor.
Yes.
Yes, we're going to do that.
Now, I don't think we have a whole lot else to talk about past that.
Okay.
If we're being honest here, they want to hear Wrestling Survivor.
They want to hear Wrestling Survivor.
This is the most I've heard from other people about the podcast.
Yeah, so literally, when I announced who I was going to be on it, people started messaging me.
Yeah.
About like, how do I win?
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't do anything.
This is the most I've heard. Just like the amount of messages.
Yeah.
Is insane.
So this is how it's going to work. I know you guys really want to get into it, so we're not going to do it right now, but I'll tell you how it's going to work. I'm going to force you guys to listen. So we've already announced all the participants. I'll recap it once we get to that segment of this podcast. So you and I are going to sit here. I'm going to kind of Dungeon Master. I've never played Dungeons and Dragons, but I kind of know that there is a narrator kind of the story.
Yeah.
So I'm going to kind of Dungeon Master each episode. And then whenever there becomes like a challenge or a random event, you and I are going to kind of debate, not necessarily against each other or for anyone in particular. Just you and I be like, okay, this is the challenge. These are the participants. Who's doing what? Who wins?
Okay.
So you guys will get it more. If you ever listened to like the Dead Meat podcast, they do Horror Survivor.
Yeah.
That's where I got the idea to do this. So shout out to Dead Meat. That's kind of how it's going to work.
Okay.
I thought about like at the end of each episode, not doing the whole tribal council voting off things and just asking people like putting everybody in a big group chat and be like, who you voting for? But like, but that wouldn't just fit the tone because they don't know whose alliances are in whose and whatnot. So
right.
So yeah, you'll get more of an idea of it.
Yeah.
This first one's going to be relatively simple. This first episode, I don't have anything crazy. I don't have any twists and turns because that's how a little peek behind the curtain a little bit of how I'm doing this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm planning each episode the night before. I'm not, going over who's going to win what, but I'm rolling dice and spinning wheels to see like random events and stuff the night before, basically.
That's awesome. I think the people listening are also going to get a kick out of this. I've already started putting together a tribe for episode 2.
For season 2 or episode 2?
Season
2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, that's something that I've been taking very seriously the past couple days.
Okay.
I haven't slept much.
Brother, listen, we got like 12 episodes to get through first. We're going to be here for like the next 3 months talking about this season.
Good. That'll give me plenty of
time.
plenty
of time
to form the perfect tribe.
There you go. There you go. I was pretty proud of the tribes I came up with.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had posted about doing this a long time ago.
Yeah.
Before we even started this podcast. And there were a few people that mentioned they wanted to be in it. It turns out some of these people never even watched Survivor. They just want to do it.
Well, and that's something that is going to be interesting, I think, for the people listening, because you have watched seasons of Survivor.
Yeah, so I literally like days ago just finished watching season 12.
Right. I haven't. I've seen like an episode or two here and there, so I get the general premise of it.
So yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep this first season kind of themed with. I'm gonna kind of structure it like how the earlier seasons are structured because it's kind of different.
Survival based.
Yeah, like earlier on. Well, I mean, the players can play like modern Survivor. I don't care how the players play, but I'm like how like so like for example, back in the day, like in these earlier seasons, there's only 2 people there in the finals.
Mm.
And, you know, eventually the 2 tribes merged. They become one tribe. It becomes an individual game. The last 7 people voted out become the jury. And the jury, when you get to the final 2, each vote for who wins.
Okay.
That's how it works in these earlier seasons.
Gotcha.
In the later seasons, you have 3 people that they vote between. And when you get to the final 4, whoever wins like the immunity challenge between the last final 4 picks 2 people to do fire making.
Okay.
And whoever wins fire making joins him and the other person in the final 3. That's not how it works in the older seasons, but we will eventually evolve to that.
Okay.
That's how, at least, and I think that's how it should work.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. But the players, they can play cutthroat. There's been cutthroat players earlier seasons.
Let's go.
So yeah, I've got my dark horse who I think's going to win the whole thing.
Me too.
I'm going to put a check mark next to it right now.
It's faster clock all the way.
Oh yeah, totally. 100%. I'm going to put a little, so I'm not going to tell you guys who my dark horse is, but it's just so you can see right here. So you know I don't change it if he wins. And I'm not going to be biased. I'm not going to be biased and just make it where this guy wins just in my favor. But this is who I think is going to win right here.
Okay.
So I'm not going to tell you guys, or it's going to be a surprise. So who do you point out a name? I have my list right here. You point out a name of who's your day one pick. I like doing this for the real seasons too. Like when I'm actually watching, they do the intro and they show like they do the and they show like pictures of all the people who's going to be in it and they show their names. I like picking like 2 people off rip who I think's going to win. Okay, got it. So we've got our dark horse picks. All right. Anyways, we'll come back to that now. Yes. So like we said earlier, we were at this weekend the showcase for the Immortal 3. It's always an emotional time. I've been to all 3 of them. You were at the first one.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't at last year's.
Nope.
You were at this year's though.
Yep.
The first 2, I cried like a bitch. And I told myself this year I was not going to cry. Everything was going to be super happy. And I was, and I there was one point where I almost broke because right before the main event, there was a video that played.
Yeah.
With Izzy James. He put a video together of him and Jason Silver. Very beautiful. Almost broke me.
Yep.
But we held strong. We held strong at the end. And then by the end, when every year the wrestlers always surround the ring during the last match or right after the last match. And I just started making jokes the whole time. I was like, I'm not gonna cry again. And Kari had mentioned it to me. He's like, I can't stand next to you when we go out there. I'm like, why? He's like, 'cause you be getting emotional, man. You made me want to cry. I'm like, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna hug you and cry so hard now. But nah.
Just lock eyes with him and just stream tears down here.
So the main event was Barrett Brown versus Sky De La Cremosa, and there was a wonky finish. Nobody won the match. So I just started coming out and be like, finish the match. Finish the match. And they're like, brother, we have nothing left.
It was a really good match, though.
Yeah, no, they were killing it, man.
It was fantastic.
I love it, man. Like Sky does not get enough credit for his work.
No.
Just like when you think of Sky De La Cremosa, you think of the big monster and you think of the guy that does all the hardcore and the deathmatch. Sky's a good worker, man.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not in that conversation with those top guys, Texas workers, and he should be.
He absolutely should be.
Yeah, he should definitely be up there with guys like Barrett and all them.
Yeah. I would even go as far as, like, there was not a single bad match on that card.
Mm-mm.
Like, usually there's 1 or 2 that stand out there like, oh, those were weaker than, but there wasn't any of those. Like, every match was strong, start to finish.
Yeah, it was a good show. And I love that they never announce any matches, typically except for whatever the main event's going to be.
Yeah.
This year, they didn't even do that.
No.
Usually, they only ever announce, like, 1 match.
Mm-hmm.
This year, they announced none. And I love it because, like, when someone comes out, you don't immediately know who else is coming out.
Right.
And you don't know who's there because, none of us are out there when people come in.
Mm-mm.
So, like, for example, Oh, I gotta. Excuse me. Give me a second. So, for example, like my match, I wrestled Matthew Palmer. They got to the Battle Royal, which was great. That's because those are most people's favorite matches.
Mm-hmm.
And then Matthew Palmer comes out. It's like, holy shit, that. I mean, I think they get to see him more recently because he's tag champion in NPX right now.
Yeah.
But usually you don't always get to see Matthew Palmer. So when you see him, it's a bit of a treat. It's like, oh fucking shit, Matthew Palmer's here, and he's in a singles match. Who the fuck's he gonna wrestle? Then my music hit, and I was very appreciative watching it back. Cody Cox, shout out Cody Cox. He was putting me over super hard on commentary. I'll be the first person to put myself over. I love talking about how great I am. I'm not Matt Palmer. But Cody Cox was hyping me up like I was fucking goddamn Ace Austin main eventing Wrestling Revolver with him. And I was super appreciative of it.
That's awesome.
I know, yeah, and I felt good. That was a bucket list match for me. It was, and I was happy it was on this show. Even though, like, a lot of the matches weren't getting the best reactions because these weren't a wrestling crowd. But I take nothing away from anything. Like, they were there to support. They were there for a cause, and I appreciate each and every single person that was there. I don't care how they reacted to the matches. Just them being there was awesome. And to have this match at that show, such an important show, it meant a lot to me.
Fuck yeah.
I was very appreciative. With that being said, your match fucked.
Wrestling Kari right.
Yeah. And I'm not saying this because we're best friends. I'm not saying this because we're best friends. I really loved your match. I thought you had the best match of the night.
Oh, thank you.
For sure.
Why though?
Because
I have my own feelings about
your match. Well, so I think of all the matches that were on the card, I think the crowd was into your match more than every other match except for the main event, because everybody there knew Sky.
Yeah.
Everybody there knows Barrett.
Yep.
So it's the emotional main event.
Yep.
But just the fact that it's a crowd that's not there for the wrestling, that was into your wrestling match. Yeah. So I think that right there instantly gives you points.
Yeah.
And I've told you this before. There are very few people that when you just see them, you think star. And you are one of these people. And I know you probably it's an afterthought to you at this point, but like literally when you were making your entrance, I told you this too when we were on the ride back. I was standing next to Kari, was your opponent, current NPX champion. He was coming out second.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like watching your entrance. He's like, I gotta fucking get like that, man. He just got a whole thing. He's got a whole routine. He's a fucking man. Just you don't see that. And I'm like, he's a fucking star. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, there's almost nobody that's like that. When you just see them, what do the kids say these days? Aura.
No, the aura.
You have aura. There's very, very few people that have that.
Well, thank you.
So,
Thank
sure.
you.
Your match was hilarious. So,
I don't necessarily know how to feel about that because I don't necessarily see it.
right.
To hear other people say that, because you're not the first person I've heard say that,
Mm-hmm.
and to hear everybody say that, I don't want to feel like that, but I like that I present that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, for sure. I think you should boost yourself though.
I think
Fuck that. Don't be humble.
I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I do have the thought of like, you know what? Fuck it. Maybe I should just, I should just fucking eat it up sometimes.
You're the man, dog.
And then I get stoned and forget about it.
There's not a lot of people that just show up, don't say a word, command a crowd. Because that's what's special about you is you're one of the very, very, very few people that can go in front of a new crowd that does have no idea who you are, and you can command that crowd just with your entrance. Nobody else can do that. Like, even the people that I would say can do that in Texas, I don't think not all of them can go anywhere and do that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to give any names because I don't want to piss anybody off, but like, very, very, very few people have what you have. So,
if you were driving down the highway and saw two horses fucking really hard, would you look?
yeah.
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 It's really hard to look away from the guy that fucks the floor when he comes out.
You're right. You're right. I was wondering where the fuck this was going because it was so out of pocket and from left field. Yeah, this is true. You do fuck the floor when you come out. So. Yeah. And I look.
Every time. So it's hard to look away. So, how is Wrestling Survivor going to work?
Okay.
Let's dig in.
So, I don't even really want to explain how it's going to work. I just kind of just want to start it.
Let's go.
So, let's just recap right here. I've got the tribes. We've got Menage a Trois tribe.
Okay.
Tatum Manning, Red Chambers, Riker, Tommy Prince, Justin Lee, Malik Mayfield, Stormy Renee, Fester Cluck, and Skylar Slice.
Yeah.
And on Caballero tribe, we have Demo Diamond, Tyler Midas, now known as Rio, sorry, whoops, Eddie Leon, Morgan Mercy, Derek James, Jacob Lindsay, Alex Royal, Dalton Gray, and Mr. Nasty.
Okay.
And these are the real characters. So whatever these people's characters are, that's who's on this island.
All right.
So on one side of this island, we've got a Game of Thrones prince. We've got an unstable psycho. We've got oiled up, tanned out Justin Lee. We've got a cheerleader. There's a chicken and a pregnant woman. Because Skylar Slice is still pregnant technically.
All right.
And I'm not changing that. Like, and then on the other side, we've got a pothead. We've got a rich guy. We've got a pimp and a child. So it's going to be chaos. So day one, here we go. They're hitting their islands. They're giving their camps. They're building their shelters. Who do you think who do you think's talking to who? If you had to take a look at this.
Oh, Justin's talking to pretty much anybody within earshot.
Oh yeah. Probably telling them, what stocks are going to go up and down.
He's telling them how he's a survival master for sure.
Yeah.
He's really hyping himself. He's not doing anything, but he's hyping himself up.
Oh yeah. I think Riker's looking at Fester Cluck and thinking of, I'm going to kill that chicken and eat it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, if we run out of food, Fester's first.
Yeah. But thankfully for Fester, that's against the rules. Because he cannot eat Fester Cluck. Stormy Renee and Skylar Slice, they're bonding, probably. You got Red Chambers and Tatum Manning. They're probably getting along pretty well. Former tag team champions as well. Tommy Prince is just kind of like off in the corner trying to talk to birds.
I think Eddie's probably just standing there. He's smiling and he's looking around at everybody, but he's not talking to him.
Oh, you're talking on Caballero tribe. Yeah, so who's getting along on Caballero tribe? Derek James is going to lose his shit after one day without weed.
For sure.
Yeah, he's going to lose his shit.
For sure.
Mr. Nasty is... Who's he? He's probably trying to pimp somebody. He's probably trying to pimp Rio, let's be honest.
Yeah.
He's pimping out Rio, and him and Demo are probably getting along a little bit.
Maybe Dalton, too.
Dalton. Yeah, he's probably... No, that's a child. That's illegal. Anyway, so they're building shelters. We're just going to jump right into the very first immunity challenge here.
Okay.
So both tribes, they come up to shore. Jeff is there. Jeff Probst. The first immunity challenge. You got 9 people on each tribe. They're going to be divided into 2 groups. Each tribe's going to be divided into 2 groups. 1 group of 7 and 1 group of 2. The group of 7 must swim out into the ocean and retrieve 7 puzzle pieces chained to the ocean floor. So they have to dive down, unchain them, untie them, swim back with these giant puzzle pieces. And once they have all 7, then they have to dig a hole underneath a log in the sand. The log is just in the sand. They have to dig a hole underneath it, big enough to fit these puzzle pieces underneath.
Okay.
Once they've dug a hole deep enough to fit those puzzle pieces underneath, the 2 remaining tribe members that did not swim out and retrieve a puzzle piece in the ocean also now have to go under this log and assemble the puzzle. The puzzle reveals a phrase or a picture or something, and first tribe to complete the puzzle wins immunity.
Okay.
So, winning tribe also gets flint. So they're gonna have fire. This is day 1. So, who's gonna be? Do you think who's gonna be assembling for a Menage a Trois? Who's gonna be putting the puzzle together? Remember, they have to fit underneath a log, under a hole in the sand.
I think Tommy Prince is definitely doing that.
For sure.
And maybe Stormy.
Tommy and Stormy building the puzzle, fitting under the log. Okay. So that means Red Chambers, Tatum Manning, Riker, Justin Lee, Malik Mayfield, Fester Cluck, and Skylar Slice are all going to retrieve puzzle pieces. Everybody has to go once, at least once. They have to try to go out and get a puzzle piece. If they can't get it, they have to swim back. But everybody has to try at least once before they can just send out whoever.
I think they're probably going to have a rough time doing that. I think there's probably going to be some slower tribe members.
There might be some slower tribe members, but some of these guys, yeah, you know what? I was going to say, like, someone like Riker, he might float very well.
Yeah.
But then that might be counterproductive.
Like, I don't think he's a strong swimmer, but he can hold his own.
For sure. So what about Caballero tribe? Who do you think's building over here? Maybe Derek James, or do you think he's going to want to run out and swim? I think they're going to go with maybe Tyler Midas and Dalton Gray because they're the smallest people.
I think Nasty's probably going to assemble.
Oh, he don't like water.
Yeah,
you're right. Yeah. You're 100% right.
He don't like water.
He don't like water. So him and who else, Steve? Who else thinks is going to be assembling?
Demo Diamond, but for no other reason other than just to hang out with Nasty.
Just hang out with Nasty. So we're totally not stereotyping black people in the ocean.
No, because you still have... Oh, never mind. He's on the other tribe.
Malik Mayfield's not scared of water.
No.
All right. You think maybe Dalton Gray would try to hold up his hand like I'll assemble, and then Demo said, nah, bitch.
Yeah.
Okay, so he tried to...
He definitely shuts him down.
Yeah. Maybe Rio and Dalton were like, I think it'll be good if we build we're small, we can fit in the dog. And then Nasty pimp slaps one of them. He's like, nah, bitch. Pimps don't get in oceans.
Pimps don't get in the water.
Pimps don't get in water. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, I think that does give Caballero the advantage, at least on retrieving the puzzle pieces.
Oh, absolutely.
You know? Also, the people assembling the puzzle don't dig either. They can't do any of the digging.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to lose a little bit on the digging side. Because it's broken down into 3 sections. We got the puzzle retrieving, we got the digging, and then we got the puzzle assembling. So I think they got the advantage on retrieving the puzzles. So they're jumping ahead early.
Mm-hmm.
They're having some trouble. Fester's getting his feathers wet, and he's moving really slow.
Yeah.
Skylar's pregnant, so she's just backstroking the whole time.
Yeah.
So, but when it comes to the digging, Alex Worrell's rich. He's not getting his hands deep in that dirt.
Nah.
Tyler Midas and Dalton Gray, they got small hands. So I think they're going to make up some time on the digging part. But then I think it's going to come down to who is assembling better. I think that's what it's going to come down to. I think they make up some time on the digging. Maybe they don't catch up completely, but they're right on their tail. So maybe Demo and Mr. Nasty. Oh, them getting under that log's going to be tough, too, because they're bigger dudes.
There's bigger dudes.
So I think maybe Menage a Trois jumps ahead, actually, on that digging.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we got Tommy Prince and Stormy Renee assembling, and we got Demo Diamond and Mr. Nasty assembling.
Yep.
Okay, and I think Tommy Prince and Stormy Renee, with the head start, I think they're going to pull it out.
And Tommy's quick.
He's very quick, and for a psychopath, he's kind of smart, too.
Yeah. Ridiculously smart.
Just at the weirdest things.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he'd be really good at puzzles. He's probably done a lot of them in a straitjacket.
Probably. Yeah.
So I think Menage a Trois wins this immunity challenge, man.
Yeah, I think
they get their flint, so they're gonna have fire now.
Let's fucking go.
You think anybody on Caballero tribe knows how to just make fire without a flint?
If anybody, it's Morgan Mercy.
You know what? Yeah, I think they're probably gonna be in good hands.
And I'm sure if Derek James talks with Morgan Mercy, he'll also help come up with it just to smoke something.
Yeah. But when that thing goes out, she's going to be pissed.
Yeah.
Maybe she made a fire already, and it was somebody's job to watch it, but Eddie LeVon got distracted just singing heavy metal or something. I don't know.
Sweet Caroline.
Sweet Caroline, and then just nobody realized it, and the fire went out, and now she's pissed.
Yeah.
Okay. So that means Menage a Trois gets immunity, they get fire, and Caballero tribe is going to tribal council.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they all get there. They get their torches. They dip them in the fire. They get life. So we got some alliances going on. We got Demo Diamond and Mr. Nasty. Yeah, we got Dalton Gray and Tyler Myers. They're getting along. Maybe Alex Worrell's kind of vibing with Mr. Nasty too, because he's rich and he likes money.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie Levon's kind of doing his own thing. Morgan Mercy, she's got, who's she talking to? Probably talking to Derek a little bit. Maybe Eddie Levon and Morgan might be getting along too. You know what I'm saying? Who's Jacob Lindsay talking to, man?
I don't know.
I don't think he's talking to anybody, but has he made any enemies though?
No, not really. He's just
I don't think who do you think performed well in the challenge? I think Morgan maybe performed well.
Yeah.
Lindsay probably, maybe. He was probably digging his ass off. He was probably their key digger.
Yeah.
He's probably the one that kept him in the.
I could see Midas.
Midas was probably quick.
Or Rio.
Yeah. So we got maybe a 3-way alliance between Demo, Alex, and Mr. Nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Midas and Dalton Gray try to convince Eddie Levon and Morgan Mercy. Maybe Morgan Mercy's pissed that nobody's keeping up with the fire. What are you thinking? What are you thinking so far? Let's just do it like this. Let's go down each and individual person.
Right.
So they've had some chance. They all went back to camp after the challenge. They had a chance to talk it out. Maybe Demo, Nasty, and Alex Royal, after the whole conflict of pushing away Dalton Gray and Tyler Midas from the whole assembling thing, maybe seeing and then performing well in the challenges might see them as a threat.
Could.
They also small, and maybe they're also thinking we want strength over the next few weeks before the merge. Before it becomes an individual game, they want to keep some strength.
Yeah.
So maybe they're 3 targeted, maybe Tyler Midas or Dalton Gray. Midas and Dalton are definitely targeting Nasty because he's just trying to pimp them.
For sure.
Okay, so
They're probably targeting Midas more than Gray for the simple fact that they probably look at Gray and they're like, oh, he's a kid, he's easily influenced. I can more like mold him however I need to, whereas Rio might be a little more difficult to do so with.
Yeah, maybe Demo pulls Dalton over and he's like, hey, that Tyler Midas guy, he said some awful things about you. You just start lying, just straight up lying to him. So maybe so let's go with this. Demo, he's probably voting for Midas. Midas is gonna vote for Nasty because he keeps trying to.
For sure.
Yeah. Eddie Levon, he's probably I don't know. He's probably just casting a throw. He's like, I don't want to piss nobody off, so I'm gonna vote for somebody that's not going to get voted out at all. So maybe he throws a vote at Derek James for no reason.
Yeah.
Morgan Mercy, she's gotten really no allies either right now, but maybe she's not liking Mr. Nasty's pimp advances either. Maybe she throws one at Nasty. So that's 1 for Midas, 2 for Nasty, 1 for Derek. What about Derek James? Who's he voting for?
I think Derek's either voting for.
Do you think he's maybe him and Morgan talked a little bit?
Maybe, I think, yeah.
Maybe he throws one at Nasty as well.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
He also probably realizes that Nasty has strong social influence, and that could really it could topple Derek's game.
That's 3 for Nasty right now.
Yeah.
What about Jacob Lindsay? You think he's kind of with that group, or you think he's kind of with the strength?
I think he's with the strength.
You think he's with the strength? So maybe he's not necessarily allies with these guys, but he's voting with them right now.
Yeah.
Maybe he thinks he's in their alliance, but they're just like, when we get the Final Four, he's cut first.
Yeah. For sure.
So maybe he'll vote for Tyler Midas as well. Alex Royal, he'll vote for Tyler Midas. Dalton Gray, he's voting for Nasty.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mr. Nasty's voting for Tyler Midas. So I think, I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4 for Tyler Midas. That's 1 for Derek James. 1, 2, 3 for Nasty. 4 for Nasty. Ooh, we have a tie.
We have a tie between.
We have a tie off rip.
Rio and Nasty.
So here's how it works. So we have a tie off rip. So 4 votes for Rio, 4 votes for Nasty. That's a tie. So now there's going to be a revote, but you can only vote for those 2.
Oh shit.
So do you think besides Eddie Levon, does anybody change their vote? Do you think, or are they just sticking strong, and it just comes down to whoever Eddie Levon votes for? Maybe he wants to be cool with Morgan Mercy, but Nasty's his cousin.
Yeah.
Is he choosing, keeping the peace, or is he going to stick with family? You think he's a family man?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough, man. He probably walks up there and he's just probably sits there for a while. Maybe he even writes Mr. down and then crosses it out and just puts Tyler, or I'm sorry, R-I-O.
Yes.
R-I-O.
He even draws the lines between the...
Yep, he does. He draws the lines. He puts a little sad face at the end of it, probably. Yeah. Oh, man. Tyler Midas is a first boot. He's the first one gone from Wrestling Survivor. Oh, man. He is R-I-O, and he is out of here. Oh, good. Morgan Mercy is pissed at Eddie LeBon now.
Yes.
Oh, man. And now Demo Diamond, he's the mastermind behind this. He's coming over. He's going to swoop in and tell him he did the right thing.
Yeah.
They're going to sweet talk him.
For sure.
Oh, man. We have a strong alliance off rip with Demo, Eddie, Alex World, Mr. Nasty, and Jacob Lindsay. That's a 5-man alliance off rip. It's not looking good for Morgan Mercy or Dalton Gray. Oh, man. Wow. What a first episode. Oh,
dude.
Morgan is pissed. She is pissed.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Nothing's gone.
Maybe Tyler Midas was like the only one watching Fire, too. He was the only one trying to help out.
Yeah. Like, nothing is going her way.
Yeah, because he's such a Boy Scout.
Yeah.
So he was trying to help out with the Fire, too. She's pissed. Eddie has betrayed her day one.
So she's gonna try to get Dalton to become her next Rio. And
she's going back to camp. She's like, I'm not making Fire tonight. You're all going to be miserable.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Wow. R-I-O. He is, oh man.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. R-I-O. Rio is gone. Sad day. Sad day. We just got done training with him too.
Yeah.
Sad. Yeah. Sorry, Rio. You're out of here. At least you don't have to stand on Mr. Nasty's corner and make him a whole lot of money, honey. So Dalton Gray is a one-man show now.
Yo days are over.
Oh, Dalton Gray's 18 now. I remembered. He's a grown man. So, all right. Yeah, go ahead and pick the knob.
Okay, yeah. There we go.
That's
But
funny.
maybe he doesn't let that be known. Maybe
Maybe he just tells him he's 17.
Yeah.
And then Alex Whirl is like, it's illegal. Came on the show if you're 17. He's like, I know the rules. I know rules. Yeah, you think I would come here? Not be a genius? All right, man. Crazy. Okay. Oh yeah. We should have mentioned that when they were retrieving the puzzle pieces, that Justin Lee was killing it.
Oh, for sure.
He spends so much time at the beach.
Mm-hmm.
He was killing it, man. Okay. Yeah. Man, what a first episode. Crazy. You guys got to tune in next week now to see how is Caballero Tribe going to bounce back. I don't know.
It would be interesting to see them bounce back.
Oh man,
For sure.
that 5-man alliance is dangerous though. Because it's a little shaky. There's some cracks in it, for sure.
I'll be honest with you. I want to see Tatum and Fester just get in, because you know that Fester's gonna annoy Tatum to a sickening degree.
Oh, yeah. Skylar, too, because she's pregnant. She's, like, over this shit already.
Yes.
Stormy thinks she's adorable.
Yeah. Like a Tamagotchi or some shit.
Justin Lee, Fester's the only person that will still listen to Justin Lee. So Justin Lee's loving it.
Yeah.
Justin Lee's he loves Fester. He was like, oh, yeah, man, AMC's going to crash hard on stocks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Riker's still just salivating in the corner. He's getting hungrier now.
He's getting hungrier.
They do have Fire, though, so maybe we'll come back next week and we'll see how their fish game has been.
Yes.
All right. Well, tune in next week if you want to see the next episode of Wrestling Survivor.
Tommy, do you have anything else you want to talk
I
about?
don't think so, man. It was nice to be able to do this again.
Yeah, I missed
It was
it.
almost man. This is a great part of my week.
Hell yeah. So where can they find you?
You can find me on all social media platforms. If you just search Tommy Dean, there's a lot of different ones out there. Tommy Dean Pro, the Tommy Dean 32. There's a lot of them. Just search Tommy Dean, you'll find me. I'm out there somewhere. Maybe I'm in your house. Just look hard enough, you'll find me.
Yeah.
You can get merchandise too at the Tommy Dean shop.bigcartel.com.
Yeah.
That's where you can find my singles merch.
Let's go.
We have other merch.
We do have other merch. Yeah. As always, subscribe and follow me on social media. That's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, at I Am Wesley Crane. Visit www.iamwesleycrane.com and grab yourself some of the best fucking merch in the game right now. If none of that tickles your fancy spot, check out the Parabellum Cinnamon Roll Tee and or hoodie. Get glazed. Links for everything I've talked about in the description for this episode. And here's a little behind the scenes sneakle peekle. We may or may not be coming out with new merch very soon.
No way. Is it what I think it is?
It might be what you think it is.
Oh, I think it is.
Yeah. We start every podcast with it.
Oh, you're tickling my fancy right now.
I think you guys are going to really, really, really enjoy that. Of course, don't forget to follow BS with Tommy and Wes on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcast, and wherever your podcasting fix. If you want more content, sign up for the BS Brigade and enjoy exclusive weekly uncensored bullshittery links for everything I just mentioned in the description for this episode, like I said. With all of that being said, we will see you on the next one. Hey, Tommy. Have you ever noticed that statues, like, no matter what kind of animal it is, it has a penis?
What the
I don't know why. That was fucking bullshit.
That's some bullshit.